All right, good morning.
Hello, hello.
And it is a Friday. So today, what are we going to do?
We are going to couple some heavy weighted exercises along with a TRX exercise that's going to hit the same muscle group. So she's going to be getting some nice heavy work coupled with a good stretch and contraction that's just using body weight. So
Okay, and we are going to repeat it how many times?
well, each exercise will go back and forth 3 times. So we're going to start with a hinge, and then we're going to move on to chest.
Okay.
Then we're going to go to anterior chain, so a little bit more quad work with some lunges, and finish out with some back.
Okay, so stay with us. We're going to start in a minute.
Yes, ma'am. All right, we're getting rolling with exercise 1 and RDL. So she's rolling that bar down, back nice and flat, bringing those shoulders back as she comes up to the top. Excellent job. Exhaling as she lifts. That's perfect. And then next we're going to be showing you the TRX version that's going to be hitting the same muscle group, particularly those glutes and hamstrings. All right, so here's the TRX version of what we were doing, hitting the same muscles. So we're doing a TRX hamstring curl. She's rolling up, in, out, and down. Perfect. She's going to go for a set of 10 here, then we're going to rest, and then we're going to be adding weight to that guy over there. And she's going to hit a second and third round of each. That's it. All right, so yes, we're changing something up for this one. And I don't recommend you do this all the time with deadlift, but when we are getting heavier like she is here, because the first set was challenging for her, I'm having her reverse her grip. So that means that she has one hand down and one hand up. And it just makes it easier for your hands to hold because Lana's strong. And I think that set wasn't so much tough because the legs were weak, but because her grip was just suffering a little bit. So if you do it too often, it can create some muscle imbalances. But when we are getting heavy and you're just going to do a fairly shortened set, it can be helpful to reverse that grip. So that's why we changed it here. All right, as promised, we're moving on to chest. So we're doing a nice heavy chest press. We're going to be adding weight with each set. And then from here, she's going to go to TRX and go for a chest fly. So it's going to kind of stretch the front of those shoulders right back out. So chest tends to be a weaker body part for ladies generally, but not this one. She's strong. All right, so second part of this exercise. Chest fly. So she did that heavy chest press over there, and now she's going to stretch that anterior deltoid right back out with that chest fly. Beautiful job. Right. So moving on, we are coupling some heavier squats on the Smith machine here. If you notice, she's angling her feet slightly ahead of the bar. That means that her knees are not going to go over her toes because that tends to put a lot of pressure on the kneecaps. So that means she's going to work all muscle and not joints that don't need to be doing work they shouldn't. And then from here, she's going to go to a little plyometric squat hop on TRX. You'll see that next. All right, here's that little plyometric squat hop. So of course, this is the same movement she was doing on the Smith machine, but this is just body weight. And popping that heart rate up a little bit. So same muscle group. She's going to start to really feel it in those quads. Those jumps will do it. All right, so here's our final coupling. It's going to be a cable seated row. But as you can see, she doesn't actually get to sit on anything. That's where her quads are going to kick in and do a little work too. So she's drawing the cable right back towards her rib cage. And then once she finishes here, she's going to be on TRX again. So stay tuned for that one. All right, so we're hitting some of the same muscle groups here, but we're doing it on TRX. So she has control of how much she's lifting because her foot position in relation to the anchor determines how much of her body weight she's lifting. That's it. You know how we finish things out, always with abs. So she has a weighted ball in hand, And she's exhaling, lifting that rib cage. Beautiful job. All right, continuing. We're getting those obliques with a Russian twist. As Lana likes to say, of course it's called a Russian twist because everything's harder in Russia. These are not easy. She's finishing out with those lower abdominals here, with that alternating toe touch. So we've hit those abs from every angle. That's how we always like to close out our workouts, with a little bit of ab work. It doesn't take too much. A lot of people overdo abs. You can overtrain your abs very easily. So we don't go bananas with it, but we do sprinkle it in there. She has had a complete workout today. Nice job as always.
All right. I think if you made watching until here, you're probably very serious about exercise. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share, and let's work out together and progress together.